Good morning and welcome once again to day 150. On day 150 of our Bible studies, we are still looking at the statutes and laws of old Israel and finding out how they relate to us now. We're looking at laws relating to human behavior towards God and towards worship. And today we're looking at the description of the Feast of Shelters, or the Feast of Tabernacles, in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verses 13 to 15. Moses continued, "Once all your corn has all been threshed, and once you have pressed all of your grapes, it will be time for the week-long festival of shelters. Have fun with your children and your servants. Everyone living among you should have a good time, even the priests, the foreigners, the orphans and widows. At Yahweh's unique place of worship, this week-long celebration will honor Yahweh your God. You should be full of joy because Yahweh your God will have blessed your harvest and all the work you have put in." Well, now, the usual title for this festival is the Feast of Tabernacles, but I've chosen to call it the Feast of Shelters because I didn't want any confusion. Tabernacle today often means a conservative Protestant church building, which is quite different from what is meant here. We are talking about the Israelites going camping together as families at Yahweh's place of worship and having a party like a harvest home in England before the agricultural revolution. The origin of this festival might well have been like the celebration of the vintage in wine-growing areas of the world. To this holiday, the priests added the memory of the Israelites' time as nomads, camping in the wilderness after the exodus from Egypt. The shelters made after the Exodus and the temporary shelters used by those gathering in the grain and wine harvests later were not tents as we know them, but more informal bivouacs made from whatever materials came to hand. Today, even Jews living in flats will make a small shelter to use for this week, and in it they will eat and sometimes even sleep. This festival didn't quite make it into Christian practice in a formal way, but what a good reminder it is of the precarious nature of our tenure on earth and how much we depend even today on what the earth provides. Now, the Jewish priestly elite worked hard to make the 3 holidays of Passover, first fruits and shelters, which came down to us as Easter, Pentecost and Harvest Home, into times when people could celebrate their God and his part in their freedom and prosperity. And for Christians, they remain at the core of our celebrations of God's work for all people. Now, tomorrow, we come to the provision of a priestly class for the service of God amongst the people, and the special place the tribe of Levi has amongst the Jews. I'll see you tomorrow.